We were playing the alphabet game with animals the other day, and there were a couple letters. Obviously X, like what the
xylophone
starts with. That's not an animal. But
X-ray
what was it? What was it?
jellyfish.
U. Name an animal that starts with U. You can't. Hey everybody, welcome to episode 2 of Mumble Jungle, where we talk about typical things with typical people. I'm Maxwell, and I'm joined today by Megan.
Hi.
Nathaniel.
Hey, it's me.
And Gage.
howdy.
And today we're going to talk about movies. I want to talk about Weekend at Bernie's.
Every single one of your movies are things that I picked out.
Yeah, Weekend at Bernie's.
Okay, I think I remember that one.
Okay,
loved
I remember
that.
Nick
it's a
making me
classic
watch that.
movie. I think everybody knows the plot of it.
That's the one with the
It's
beach,
referenced a lot.
Were you there when we were watching it in the chat, Zach and I?
No, the first time I ever watched it was in this house.
Yeah.
Okay, you were there. I was like, someone hated it when we were
It
watching
was me.
It
I'm
was-
pretty
Yeah,
sure.
well, you're not the only person at this table to hate that movie because
Hey.
it was a terrible movie.
Okay, thank you.
But it was hilarious. But the thing
Yes.
is that the plot was so bad.
Right.
Like, nobody is going to believe that that's actually happening.
I watched Weekend at Bernie's as a
Batman.
kid, and I really loved it. So that's why I had Max watch it. But as we were watching it, we both were like, "This is not very
Yeah,
good."
and
I
it was
remember
also
it
really
being
poorly
good, but it
made.
wasn't.
it. The movie
Yeah.
split the
Yeah.
70s.
Yes.
Critically
a
speaking.
couple things that I wanted to point out. If during the party scene, you know the big party scene where they're all in the mansion and
Yep.
everybody's there,
Yes.
Bernie blinks.
Does he?
Yes, he blinks.
What? I never-
He blinks. The part where he's like between the two guys' shoulders
yeah.
and they're walking him
Yeah.
outside and his head falls back, he blinks. I swear to God, I rewinded it too.
Dead people do all sorts of weird things.
Yeah.
Play the
Stiff,
clip.
stiff dead people
Play the clip.
that have been dead.
He
Let's
wasn't
see
dead
it.
that long.
Like, if there's a dead guy in the room who's not moving, not breathing,
So-
not responding to any stimulus
He's just
whatsoever.
slouched
So
on
do
the
you
couch.
think that it's conspiracy that he's then pretending to be dead?
That's the thing.
Listen,
is
listen,
that
listen.
I think that he's not actually dead because he blinks.
No, there's one thing you all haven't considered
Yeah.
is that the two guys don't know how Bernie normally acts, right?
Yeah.
So what if he just acts dead all the time?
That's true.
Before they get there, and so everyone who knows Bernie knows he's actually
But
like
at
that.
the end of the
and
movie,
they know
he does get shot like 3 times in the
Yeah.
chest.
Yeah.
It's
by
very
the
clear
guy.
that he is dead.
Yeah.
I think he's definitely dead by the end of the movie.
Okay.
I
well,
watched this movie somewhat recently and I don't remember.
Also, in that movie, there are several times where they dubbed over the people talking, and it does not line up
Yeah.
at all.
Their mouths
It's
aren't
from like
moving.
the
hate when that
70s.
happens.
Yeah.
I know, but it's so funny to watch it,
chose to
and
do
they're
that.
like,
Max is like, it looks like and they talk weird and the dubbing's weird.
Hey, but you know what? Back to the
kinda
Future looks much better,
Yeah, there are
despite
old
some of
movies
its
that are
CGI
good.
things.
Right.
And it also has a much better story.
I want to look up a budget comparison between Weekend at Bernie's and Back to the
Now,
Future.
Back to the Future has some really bad CGI or green screen moments.
I wagers probably cost more money.
you can make all these excuses for a movie, but
Classic.
at the end of the day, if it's not good, it's
Yeah,
not good.
I mean, bad's bad.
It was funny.
It was funny, and he said that.
It was funny because of how bad it was.
Yes.
It's
I would have to rewatch
it's
it.
certainly a classic and not the worst
Well,
movie
the
I've ever
thing
seen.
It is
that
a classic.
It's a classic, but I went into it thinking, like everybody says The Godfather's a classic. I didn't think it was going to be like The Godfather.
No, you thought
No.
Weekend at Bernie's
No,
was
but
gonna be
I
like
thought-
classically.
I thought it was going to be like, oh, this is a good movie, well put together. But no, it was just
I think some
stupid.
people would also say like Coneheads is a classic.
I've never
I've-
I do know
Okay,
Coneheads.
watch
Coneheads
Coneheads.
is a classic. I've been
Coneheads?
seeing that on my shorts.
my
recently.
Can you
God.
compare it to
Coneheads
The
is good.
Godfather though?
I don't. I've never seen the whole thing.
That is
but
Coneheads.
I feel like I've watched a lot of different
Coneheads is
YouTube
good.
shorts.
Don't diss on Coneheads.
Y'all ever seen what's that Bigfoot movie?
Oh, Harry and the Hendersons.
Yes, Harry and the Hendersons.
I like that movie.
Whenever I was a kid, me and my cousins went out into our backyard in a tent and watched it. And we got so scared that we had to go back inside.
You ever watch-
He's not scary. He's friendly.
I know it's a movie about Bigfoot, but we thought Bigfoot was going to kill us.
He's sweet.
You ever watch Jaws in a pool?
No,
I know you wouldn't.
no, I
ever.
would
I
never.
feel like
do
it'd
that.
be a long time to sit there in a pool watching a movie and
you're
getting
right.
People spend forever in a
pruned
pool
up,
anyway.
yeah.
Yeah,
You go
you
out swimming,
stay-
you go out
you
for
stay in the
swimming
pool
2 or
for a
3
long time.
hours.
I would do it in a hot tub, but not a pool.
You wouldn't want to watch Jaws regardless.
I have to watch it eventually.
You do have to
It's
watch
on
it
the list.
eventually.
Yeah, it's on the movie list.
It's on the list.
The day you watch it's the day pigs fly. It's like when we were going to play D&D and I came over to your place to get ready and I was there early and no one else has arrived and everyone was going to be a little late and I was early so we had like so much time to kill and so we were just hanging out and I was like, oh, I brought a VR headset because I just had.
Uh-huh.
And Max has had, either you hadn't used a VR headset before.
I think I had one single time for maybe like 2 minutes.
Well, we had it, and I was like, all right, let's just play with this. And I put Max was like, oh, a shark video. This shark video was like 10 minutes long.
It was not a shark video. It was you in a cage, a simulation of a shark attacking you.
Still a
in
video.
a cage.
It's still a video. It wasn't a good VR headset.
Wait, is that where the shark thing comes from, or is it
No.
that predates that?
Yeah, this
And
is-
so you just triggered his like shark fears.
He chose it. But it wasn't a real VR. He says that. It wasn't like he was in an Oculus, like a good
what is it gonna
VR
take?
headset. It was one that came with a phone. Like, it was just like, it was literally like watching a video.
I know what you're talking about.
It was
the
not
newer phones
VR.
were doing that. Okay.
Yeah, it was not
so,
VR.
To get you to watch Jaws, are we gonna need like? Do you need to like wear a life jacket to feel safe when you watch it, or
No, I think we need to strap him down.
No, actually,
Glue his eyes.
Oh, like okay.
No, what I really
Clockwork
do,
Orange style.
legitimately what I do for every scary movie is I cover one eye because that ruins my depth perception, and that way it's less scary.
He
does.
couldn't do that in the VR headset.
See, if it's a scary
Yeah.
movie, I just do this.
This 10-minute VR video, I think, took him like almost 2 hours.
No,
It took
that's
him
an
a long.
over-exaggeration.
It might have been like an hour or so. I knew it was longer than an hour because I was
Dang.
keeping like time. It took him like an hour to get through this 10-minute video.
I also figured out
Did
during
he keep
that,
like taking it off?
No, it turns out
He
if
would
you
pause it.
turn around, the back of the VR headset was completely black.
Oh,
so
so
I
you
would
were
just look
safe.
the other way.
Okay.
So it wasn't real VR, but it would also like pause at points before he discovered that he would pause it. And so he'd stop. It was like a PowerPoint.
Anyways, what about you, Megan? You got any movies?
Well, speaking of movies that were funny because they were bad, I definitely enjoyed watching the Minecraft movie.
Oh,
yeah.
that's on mine. Yeah.
Yeah, I got
Oh.
stuff
that
on
this year.
that.
I put it at 2 stars because
close
it was not good, but it was entertaining.
Yeah.
I did really enjoy watching it, especially like watching it like in the environment that we did, like the block party. That was fun.
Yeah.
And you didn't mention that we watched it twice in the same week.
Yeah, we watched it twice. We watched the regular version, and then we watched the block party.
Haven't
then
seen
we-
the ASL
And
version.
then we peeked at the ASL version.
Yeah, and we
Settle the Peakerton.
watched a little bit of the ASL one.
Have you
But-
seen
What's the difference?
Have you seen where
Is it
online-
someone in the corner of a screen doing
Yeah,
it?
Yeah, it's somebody in the corner of the screen doing it.
Have you seen online
Yeah.
where people are like, I thought this was like the real version? I was wondering what the this part was. Or, I was like, what bit is this? Or like,
With the person doing the sign language.
Yeah, somebody doing Naruto.
well, we kept
Also-
skipping to
Jutsu.
various
It's
parts.
called
to see how they-
sign language.
we kept seeing how they would do various stuff in the ASL. We'd go and see like Flint and Steel.
Yeah, we did look up.
Like, what the
What is the
lady
what is the
doing?
ASL for Flint and Steel?
We
You
do
don't-
not.
No, you should have learned it.
Or the,
Maybe I'll put
chicken
it up
song.
here.
Yeah.
Chicken song.
Yeah, we,
Yes.
I love that one.
I
I did that one at
also
karaoke.
That ASL lady was getting her paycheck.
With that,
Yeah.
I want to bring up the comedic shtick of I don't remember who it was, but I think it's the principal lady and
Jennifer
that
Coolidge.
meet up with the village. I hate the reason why I gave it a 2.5 out of 5 because I thought it was a 5 out of 5 when they were in Minecraft and outside of Minecraft. Whenever they swapped to the other perspectives outside of Minecraft, I thought everything outside of Minecraft was bad.
Now,
so I
the
gave
first
it a 2.5.
The first 8 minutes of the movie, like the whole prologue,
Yeah.
that would it by itself would have been a good movie.
Okay.
Everything else after that is just garbage.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
on the exact opposite camp. The entire movie in Minecraft is like kitty schlock bull.
Also, I don't like the
And it's just like
resolution. I don't like
not
anything
interesting.
I don't like anything going on.
The entire
during
movie
it.
outside of Minecraft
Yeah.
is literally just like Napoleon Dynamite and is kind of entertaining. And
I
what's her face?
I like the Jennifer Coolidge part, but I also am a very big
Coolidge is
Jennifer.
like the only
I'm a
good
very
female
big
character.
Jennifer Coolidge fan.
She's the only good
so-
female
I
character.
like the
I don't
part.
like
Yeah.
that character.
I like the part where Elliot, which isn't the name of the
That's
kid,
not
but
a-
that's
yeah,
that's what I
that's
call
not-
him, the main boy.
I think his name's
I
Henry.
like whenever he drives a jetpack rocket into a factory and commits an act of domestic terrorism.
And no one cares.
Yeah.
Coolidge has like funny lines. They gave her funny lines.
Yeah. Well,
And
because she's Jennifer Coolidge.
yeah, she's like, I hit
she's
you with
known
my,
for being very
my
funny.
Jeep Grand Cherokee.
I keep hitting people with my Jeep.
Okay, that
says
is funny now that you bring it up. But
For whatever reason.
I just hated I don't know. I didn't like any of the scenes outside of Minecraft. I thought Minecraft was the fun bit
they're the
and
only
everything
good
else
ones,
wasn't
man.
good.
It was such a fun movie to watch though.
Yeah, it was,
was.
a very fun.
But I wanna propose this
I like
conspiracy,
Mount Boja or whatever.
which is a huge talking point that I know that us three on the table, but you weren't there. Steve is in creative in the movie.
Oh yes.
And
yeah.
here's why I think that. Steve is in the overworld, right?
okay.
Or the Minecraft overworld, right?
Right.
He's doing his thing. He's playing Minecraft. Then he opens up a nether portal. What happens? He gets captured by the piglins, right? Okay, then he walks into jail. So how does he get an elytra? He never went to the end.
Also,
He's increative. He spawned in an elytra.
Wait, what if he just
More-
had it on him in his inventory? He just presses
How-
E and
how-
opens
he
it.
couldn't have got it though
How would he
without
have
going
gotten an
to.
elytra without going to the end and beating the game if the first time that he goes to the nether to get the blaze rods, he is captured
That's
by
not
the
his
zombie
first time
king?
going to the nether, though.
Yeah, it is.
He says
He knows what the nether is, so he's been to the nether.
No,
he says in the movie that it was his first time going to the Nether.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, because all the piglins are in the nether plotting.
Yeah.
But also when he
And
goes
then they open
through,
it and then they let the piglins through that way, right? You do have to go to the end cities to get the elytra. Though.
Yeah.
When
I don't think
he
it's any
goes-
other way.
when he goes through the Nether portal, he gets he goes there immediately. Like he gets transported immediately, and that only happens when you're in creative.
I don't remember that.
Whenever you're in survival, you get loaded. You get the loading screen.
On the inverse, they're
know
playing
about
pretty
that.
fast and loose because they make buckets connected by a chain, and then Elliot, whatever his name is, makes like a potato portal
Okay, yes,
gun
they
or
make
whatever.
items that
And I'm
aren't
like,
in the game.
what? No,
Yeah.
but the buckets, like, that's fine. That's whatever. I just thought it was wild. He
Oh, the
makes like a
gun?
gun, and I'm like,
There's no
what
guns.
the is that?
But Steve's creeper farm, it wasn't even a creeper farm. It was just a cave.
Yeah, pretty much.
I think he's cheating.
Yeah, and they didn't get blown up.
I think that he's in.
Do you think you just
creative.
dropped a bunch of creeper eggs there?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think.
I think they just
I think
spawn,
he's
man.
been spawning in creepers.
Well, he could use a silk touch pickaxe to pick up creeper spawners
no.
Nope.
You can't.
There's no
Yeah, you can't.
there's no creeper spawners,
There's
and
no
also
creeper
that's
spawners.
and
in vanilla.
picking up spawners is like a modded
He's
thing.
cheating. I
Really?
swear to
No,
God.
you can't do
Steve
that.
is cheating.
That's like
Well, I can pick up creeper
that'd be
spawners
like a
in our current
myth,
Minecraft
unless
server.
unless
Yeah,
you're real
but you're
familiar
modded.
with vanilla.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
modded.
You can't break.
I would have to go to
spawners.
Yeah,
Pick 'em up.
maybe Steve's in modded too.
Oh,
He-
his
he's kind of
world is modded
world.
in.
I don't
yeah.
think he's in creative. I think he just like
because he's afraid of taking damage.
Things in.
He wears
Oh,
the
you think
armor.
he's cheating?
I think
Oh
he's
yeah,
cheat. I
he's
think he's
doing
got
like
cheats on.
slash give.
Yeah, he doesn't game mode C,
Mm.
or maybe it was like command block
That's a
somewhere.
good.
You're right,
Yeah.
because
Just slash,
we
yeah.
did never see him flying.
But the thing with Steve or slash Jack Black, I think it's really annoying how everything he does, he has to say it because of how
was
movies
pointing that
have
out.
to be made now.
Hey, but it makes for good catchphrases.
No, that's not
Chicken
even the
jockey.
point. It's because they expect you to be looking at your phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
Yeah, if you watch it, he pointed this out before we watched it the second
it's
time.
really apparent.
And you like you can tell. It's like if you aren't looking at the screen, but you can tell, you know exactly what's going on because he keeps telling you what's
He will
happening.
say it every time.
Yeah.
And it's how modern movies are.
So you're
are
saying
going
not
to be
just
made.
the phrases like that he was
No,
doing.
anything that he goes to do, he will say
He's
aloud.
saying what he.
You know,
Oh.
show not tell.
Yes, I know
It was
exactly.
tell.
He was telling the entire thing. Okay, I get it. Yeah, he was.
He would do too, but he would tell and then show.
Yeah.
It was like
I'm
do and
not-
tell.
I'm not stupid. I have eyeballs.
We could talk about Superman. That was one of my more recent movies.
Yeah.
The newest Superman.
It just came out
really
on
good.
HBO
David
Max.
Cornsweet. I
Haven't
think, was
seen
the
it.
Superman. Yeah.
Yeah, I've never
haven't
seen
seen
it.
Oh, you all
Is
haven't
good?
seen it?
Yeah.
You've seen it, right?
No,
I'm the only one who's seen the new Superman.
Yeah,
in
so
this
tell
group.
us about it without explaining.
No
Okay,
spoilers.
it's really good. I mean, you can, if you've been on like any of the social media, like everyone was posting about how good it is and how it makes you like everyone's like positivity posting about it afterwards because they feel like they can impact humanity like Superman. It's like
I'm
people
gonna go out there and fight crime.
No, people feel empowered to be good people by
Right.
this new Superman.
bet I can
which is
fly.
really, has been really cool. I saw a lot of posts. I love David Cornsweet's
I just don't.
depiction of Superman. I learned some like cool details about how they used a certain scene where he's walking into the building. Like he's taller because he's like 6'3" or something, but they got like everyone to be like 5'10", so he looks like he towers over everybody for this like specific scenes and stuff.
Could just like lower the camera. Shoot-
No,
shoot up.
it's a wide shot of him.
You know
going
what
over
other
the
social
building.
media thing I saw was there was this kid. So I don't know the context of the scene, but you know the scene where the kid's holding up like the flag post
Yes,
or
where he-
whatever.
yeah.
Right. So
First
I
with
saw
the Superman flag.
I saw that he and I assume his sister, they're both kids, were doing this interview, and they're like, "Yeah, this one guy got fired because he tried to help me pick up the flagpole, and he got yelled at and told to leave set
wow, yeah.
because it was just supposed to be him picking up the flag. Of course, I don't know the context of the scene.
Up to
but
James Gunn, I guess. He was
somebody
director,
somebody
so
got fired
he would've
because they
yelled
were
at
trying to
somebody.
help him.
Yeah.
And they're like, "You're stealing this kid's moment.
Yeah, it's
Like,
a kid's
get
moment.
out of here."
Yeah.
So
Like I like I don't know. I think it's just such a positive movie and like the crazy times we live in that I really liked it.
yeah, I want to
I
see
felt
it
good about it.
at some point.
Good movie. So
I'm just still kind of miffed that Henry Cavill got like the raw end of the deal.
what do you mean?
Okay, so beforehand,
I don't know the details. I've not seen the Henry Cavill.
So
Yeah.
this
is like the first Superman
I haven't
movie I've
watched
seen.
it because I just haven't gotten to it.
Yeah.
That and like Fantastic Four, and also just like any superhero that's like not Spider-Man lately.
not seen
If it's not Spider-Man or Batman, I'm just like I'm done with superheroes for a while.
Okay.
I just want to do other stuff.
Right. And it's not the MCU that
But-
it was. So
Like The Rock comes in
the other
before
stuff.
like everything's like in the process of being just god awful after Snyder. All the Snyder
Zack
movies.
Snyder? Okay.
I don't care how much you say the Snyder cuts are bad. They didn't go to theater. They didn't make money. So like the entire DC is just in the toilet. And then The Rock comes in. And then The Rock basically just kind of muscles his way in. And he's like, well, we're changing everything because I'm
He
The
does
Rock.
his like Dark Shazam, right?
He
What
is
it?
supposed to be a different character, and then he decides after looking through whatever, he's like, Black Adam, I like that
Oh,
character
okay.
way
That's the
better.
one.
And so they're like, we have to change everything because I want Black Adam to be in charge. And that should all build up to Black Adam and Superman fighting, basically. Like, that's their title card. That The Rock is like, we have to do this. So basically, he's like almost like muscled his way in using like The Rock's,
Influence.
everything.
Notoriety.
Yeah.
Everything.
Okay.
And then like, so he's like Sony and whoever, we are changing this all. Sony.
Sony. Yeah,
Warner,
Spider-Man.
we are changing
Yeah,
this.
WB.
Right.
And we are going to do the whole Black Adam thing. So like, if you go and watch Shazam 1, that movie's like, it's fine. I actually saw that in theaters for some reason. I don't remember why. I think I went with a family. The family, excuse me.
Yeah, you went with a
That's a
random
random
family.
They paid for my ticket.
But I'm like, this movie doesn't suck.
Yeah.
Like, it's not that bad. And then apparently the ones that come after it really suck. And you're like, what happened? Because Black Adam is supposed to be like his villain. But The Rock's like, no, he's got to be Superman's villain because who cares about Shazam? And so that's why for a while, even after Snyder, just a slow death. But I think The Rock nosedived the rest of the DC into
So
the
they're
ground.
like, they basically reset
And
the
so
universe.
then they're like,
yeah.
we got to do something dramatic.
Yeah.
So like it could have piddled on for a little while, but the thing is about Henry Cavill is that they went and offered him a handshake deal. Basically, like, you are going to be Superman, you're coming back. And we're going to keep you, and then you're going to be the Superman for The Rock. For better or worse.
Yeah, I don't know what
They're
happened.
like,
but yeah,
you are
happened.
Superman.
Something happened, and then
They didn't do a contract.
Yeah.
They didn't sign a contract.
And then they were
like,
revealing a new Superman.
They did a handshake deal because they needed him for the end of an end credit scene in whatever movie it was. I think it was a Shazam movie. I'm pretty sure it was because he just like walks on set, or like I don't even think it's Cavill because it's neck down.
Oh, it just shows the S.
And then I think actually maybe at that point he was like out because they had like fired him.
Yeah.
But was supposed to be, and they like screwed him over out of it.
I've always been a big MCU person. Like that whole series happened while I was growing up, so like all the MCU I watched and loved. I wasn't big into DC, so finally seeing a good DC movie besides the Batman, I love the Batman, but like the direction this Superman movie took, I thought was really good. So
Yeah.
I'm hyped to
And
see more.
they
They've already
say
been posting about the next ones.
They said that the Superman movie is like the beginning of like a new wave of
Yes.
DC that they want to make actually
I'm excited
quality
for it.
movies out of, which we'll see how long that, because you know, like the MCU, in my opinion, I'm not a big fan of the MCU, and I feel like the MCU started, you know, like with Iron Man.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
like you could be like, oh, those are good movies, but then they begin to pump them out so much. I hope that DC doesn't do the same thing where they're like,
Right.
oh, we got to make a universe, we got to pump out all these movies.
Maybe not like 3 in a year.
It's not like cinema at that point. It's
Well, that's why
roller coaster theme park
Yeah.
I thought-
events, which is
Yeah.
fine. Like I like a lot of those, but like I'm not gonna go sit down and watch Spider-Man.
The Amazing Spider-Man. or the
No,
Tom
I can't
Holland ones?
remember
The one
what
where they all
last
came
one's called.
home?
No Way Home.
Yes.
Or something.
No Way Home's like the second one, right?
It's Homecoming.
The naming convention's so
Yeah.
odd.
It's Far From Home, then it's No Way
No
Home.
Way
No
Home.
Way Home
Okay.
is the last
Well, let's
one
call
with
it that.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
We'll say that one's fact. No. The ones with Tobey Maguire. I'm
That
not
one,
gonna.
I forgot
I'm
about
not
that
gonna
one.
sit down
I'm
and
sorry.
watch it again
Yeah. I
because
forgot
it's
about
like it's an event. It's a theater thing.
that. Yeah.
I'm not gonna sit down and watch it because like, what's there to like sink my teeth into by myself? Also, I'm gonna go ahead and assume there's a lot
was
of
a-
pauses for like audience clapping.
It was a for the
that
fans
lasts
movie.
a
and that was
lot.
it.
Yeah.
No, don't get me wrong. We saw it in theaters. I had a great time.
Well, let's wrap it up with y'all talk about the Batman. What'd y'all think? We'll wrap up the superheroes.
That's the
yeah.
second time she's seen it.
Okay, yeah, it was the second time I've seen
okay.
it. Something about me, I don't remember things ever. So whenever I watch a movie that I've already seen, sometimes it's like watching it for the first time. And I did not remember anything that happened. But I did enjoy it. I knew that I enjoyed it last time. I just didn't remember anything that happened. But I did like it.
This movie rocks. Don't remember
Well,
anything.
I remember that I liked the music and I liked the shots. The thing that I didn't like, which I already talked to you guys about that a couple days ago, but I just didn't like the romance. I felt it was very, very forced. And I felt like the music that they put over all of the like quote unquote romantic scenes was just like very cheesy. And they did it every time that like Catwoman and Batman were talking.
Yeah, I agree. I think that the romance felt really awkward, and I just wish that it didn't exist in the movie. I love that movie otherwise. I think it's a great detective story, but the romance in there, it was like, I feel like they're just trying to push something for audience.
Right.
Like, oh, look, are they? Will they, won't they?
The movie needs another aspect.
I felt like there was enough going on with him, with like
Yes.
Alfred and his family and like the deep darkness of Bruce Wayne.
And the
that was
secrets and the
enough.
detective
Yeah, I
stuff.
agree.
That was enough.
Yes.
I'll say you're wrong for the simple fact is like I don't think it's that bad. I just think it's somewhat out of place, and the rest of the movie is so great that it just feels even more out of place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really not that bad.
I think it's because this Batman
doesn't
is so
bother me.
different. Because all the other Batmans are billionaire, philanthropist, playboy, kind of like
Yeah.
Yeah.
the Bruce Waynes in that is much more like look at
There's not much Bruce Wayne in it.
Yeah.
no, I'm talking about the other Batmans. I'm saying.
Oh.
So this one, like this Bruce Wayne is dark, broody.
Yeah, this Bruce
moody.
Wayne's depressed.
Yes.
Yeah. The Dark Knight, like the romance in the first one, what's the girl's name?
Rachel?
Yeah, Rachel.
Yes.
I liked that. I thought that was nice.
Yeah, that felt
and
natural.
it felt natural, and I
natural.
believed that he actually cared about her.
Yeah, those are
This
fine.
one, I did not believe that Robert Pattinson cared at all about pretty much anyone. Like, I didn't believe any.
Besides,
like I believe that he
Alfred.
really wanted to protect the city, and I believe that he cared about Alfred.
Which I think is great.
yes,
That's what I like, and that's why I think
that's
and
very
but
superhero. Yeah.
I don't see that Batman as someone who is like, I
Kiss-
want to fall in
kissing on-
love.
Well, that's
Yeah.
that's because from the beginning to the end, that's his whole character arc. Like you could give Batman a character arc in that movie because at the beginning he's just like bitter and out for revenge, and he is vengeance. He says it aloud. He is vengeance. He's just there to beat the shit out of criminals, basically.
'Cause he's
and then
angry.
His whole character arc is learning towards the end that he needs to be more than that. So the city
Yeah, he
can
needs
heal.
to be hope.
So you don't see them as someone who can have like a romance at the beginning, is because he's not really a person.
Well,
at the
I don't see
beginning.
him at the end as someone who
He's
can
a force of
romance.
nature at the beginning. Towards the end, he comes full circle and becomes a more well-rounded person.
Right.
I agree with the yes, because he realizes that he needs to be like more of a figure of hope for the city
Yes.
than this symbol of like vengeance and violence
And fear.
and
he talks
fear.
about the
Yeah,
city.
he
Because
talks
he
about
directly
fear in the
inspires the
beginning. He
Riddler.
talks about hope at the end. But I don't think that the romance has anything to do with that. I feel like he just realizes that.
I think the second movie is probably going to be something that will make.
I mean, yeah,
human.
we'll have
Yeah.
to reserve our
Yeah.
judgment for the
he is.
full thing.
He's
but-
he's like just a. I think I see him as more of a force of like nature in the first movie. I don't like Christian Bale's Batman voice.
No, I don't. It always makes me
It's
laugh
so
because
funny.
it makes me laugh because like Robert Pattinson, he's just talking. Christian Bale, he goes from like talking to like I'm Batman.
Bale
Like, he,
lowers his register a lot.
it's very funny because it seems like it feels like a guy in a costume doing a voice.
It seems like Pattinson's like trying to like lower just a little bit and sound just a little different.
yeah.
But like someone probably, or like in his research before the role, he's probably like, yeah, I can't do that. That's not something we're doing.
Well, Robert Pattinson is known for like if he thinks
He
it's
does
silly,
voices,
he won't do it. Like in Harry Potter, he thought it was silly to like hold a wand like that, so he like tried to hold it kind of like a gun
Oh, did you see that? His interview
with
where he goes through all his movies?
no.
Oh, he talked about that in that. I thought that's what
But
you
also, no. I just know this because I'm just.
Harry Potter fan.
and he
I'm
jumps
a,
out
I'm
the
a
tree.
big Harry Potter fan and also Twilight. And in Twilight, like there was all kinds of times where they would tell Robert Pattinson, "You need to smile more. Like you're not smiling enough.
Oh,
it
yeah,
feels
they
like you
threatened to
don't
fire
like."
him.
Yeah, and they threatened to fire him over it. And then they like went in the script and like. Or they went in the book and like looked at all the parts where like he's smiling, and then Robert Pattinson brought it back and he had highlighted everywhere that he wasn't smiling.
He hated those movies.
He did. He hated
After the
them.
first one, he's like, I
But
don't
you
want
love
to do
them.
this.
I know you love them.
Because they're hilarious.
They're very entertaining. to
That
watch.
Muse scene where they're playing baseball.
Oh, yeah.
Where they're playing Muse in the
That
background.
scene is wild because
It's
when
so
they're
funny.
playing Supermassive Black Hole and they're
Yeah.
playing
Yes.
vampire baseball.
Yep.
And then the one lady goes, the one guy like does a flip, and then the lady looks at the camera and she goes, "My monkey man," and you're like,
Yes.
What? They got away with that? But it's like, to me, it feels like just a stupid, dumb movie. And
is
it's
so
just like,
stupid and
to
dumb.
me, looking out from the outside, I'm like, how is this so popular? And how is this so big?
When it came out, there were the books, right?
Right.
So it was a bunch of older women who had read the books wanting to go see the movies, and a bunch of teenage girls wanted to go see the movies because they saw a cute guy vampire.
Who goes with young girls to the movies?
I mean,
So then it's
I remember as a kid, I was in my neighbor's house because my neighbors had kids that ranged from my age to early high school.
Did they
right?
know you were in there?
And the yes, because we were friends, and I was over there. And actually, side note, I'd go over there so much that sometimes they would tell me that the kids weren't home. So
He was
I'd
in
go
the
back.
Oh, you were that kid.
Yeah, but anyways, I remember I was in that house, and the oldest daughter, I guess she was probably middle school, early high school at the time. They were watching the Twilight movies, and I was sitting there, and I was like, I don't get it. And I was
Yeah,
like,
I
what
don't
is
get
this?
it, yeah.
This is boring.
It's just like cultural phenomenon.
It is.
Repression.
And like you were saying, the
leads into,
Hunger
like,
Games
going
was kind
insane
of
for
like
that.
our middle
yeah,
school
yeah.
cultural phenomenon.
It's kind of
Hunger
like
Games and Divergent.
Divergent, yeah.
Do y'all want to talk about more like book to movie like transitions? Like,
Like
we were
what?
just talking about how Divergent was a bad book to movie.
I think Divergent was bad. I think Hunger Games was good.
I think it was good.
I read the Divergent books too, and I didn't like them.
I think we
they're
all know
not
my
great.
opinion on Harry Potter.
The movies are bad.
No.
No.
She's
I love the Harry Potter
I am
movies.
look at.
I watch them every
Do you
year.
see our
on.
shelf over there? Like
What's
so much Harry
What's
Potter.
everybody's
Sorry.
favorite Harry Potter movie?
Okay.
Prisoner.
Prisoner of Azkaban.
Prisoner of Azkaban.
It's the objective correct answer.
Listen.
It's
That
the
is a-
best made movie.
Okay.
It is a very good
With the
one.
best director.
I have a different one, but
I have a different one too. Mine's Goblet of Fire.
Oh my god, that's mine. Oh, let's go.
Because I love the reason why I like Harry Potter is like the spectacle of it.
Yeah.
and that
And the
has it.
Goblet of Fire has just the most spectacle of all of it, and it's like these cool trials that he's doing.
And the
I
other
think that's
schools.
fun.
I love the other
Yes,
schools
and the other
inclusions.
schools are
oh
fun.
my god.
Yeah.
I'm going to expand. I'm not going to start with my favorite. I'm going to say I agree that The Prisoner of
I
Azkaban
think it's
is
the
just
best
really
one.
the best
It
is the
movie.
best one.
It's
Yeah.
the best story.
Yeah,
It
it's
looks
not my
amazing.
favorite, but I will
plays
say it
amazing.
is the best.
Yes.
I think that the first two are the most like whimsical, the most
Yes.
fun to watch
Yes.
during like Christmas.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I think that The Goblet of Fire is one of my favorite spectacle ones.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with you all on that, but my favorite
tonal
is
shift.
is probably one of the least popular ones. Is
Half-Blood Prince.
Order of the Phoenix. At the end of 4, that kind of marks the shift to like, oh, we're getting serious, like
Yeah.
real serious.
Yeah.
And I like the politics. It's not politics, but I like the politics of Order of the Phoenix.
Yeah.
I find it super interesting.
Well, you hearing about the anti-Dumbledore because
Yeah.
Yeah.
in the Ministry of Magic.
And then the fact that Voldemort's around, but not everybody believes it. And
Yes.
then Dolores comes in, and I'm just a big fan of.
Is it still
number
number 5 that they're in the interior of the Ministry of Magic, and that whole thing happens between Voldemort and Dumbledore?
Yeah,
and
at the
Harry?
very
That's,
end.
yeah, that's
Okay,
the
yeah,
end.
that one. Okay, I do love that one
It's
too.
sad that
The
that's the
end
only
of
interesting
5?
fight.
The end of 5 is
So
so good.
And obviously the deaths that happen.
Do you guys agree
Yeah.
that the
Oh.
Voldemort and Dumbledore fight is like the only interesting fight in the entirety of
I
the
don't
movies?
think so.
I think it's one of the few, but
Yeah, well, because it's
I
one of the
like-
ones you see more like interesting casting
yes.
going on.
I think the rules get kind of fast and loose with what they're allowed to do and what they have to do. Like a lot of times people are just like, and then the spell like goes off, and I'm like,
Yes,
what the is going on here? I thought you had to say it.
I agree with that.
stuff.
I agree with that. I wish that they had kept where they needed to say the spell to do it.
Also, I don't understand why Avada Kedavra, the kill spell, that's like the worst one there is. I mean, I've seen much worse things. Why are some of these not considered
yeah,
terrible spell?
like
also, they
like
spam it.
Like
They
Infernal
testiculous
Ball.
torturers.
just spam Avada Kedavra.
That's the
kill 'em.
spell to beat me at 3.
What I like though is in the Deathly Hallows Part 2,
Mm-hmm.
whenever Harry's like, let's finish this how we started it together, Tom, and then he
yeah.
like takes him.
Yeah.
That
And
part's
then he
interesting.
pile
to me.
drives him
That
off the
part's
ledge.
interesting.
Yeah, that is kind of funny.
That was cool.
I liked that part.
I don't understand the whole. We're not doing big lasers.
Yes, but they
Oh,
have
do you know
they
the
have to
reasoning behind
show
that?
the audience that they're
I guess.
It's
Because their
magic.
wands, like Harry
yeah,
and him have
I-
that bond together, and
Yes.
their wands have that bond.
I,
That's why
I
they
understand
lock.
the reason for it, but it's far more interesting to go back and just watch Voldemort and Dumbledore fight.
Yeah, I do think that that's one of the highlight
Because
fights. Of,
that is way more
entire
interesting. Is
series.
like when they're like turning into bubbles, and then like he shoots like
Anything
something at him, and
Dumbledore does
Voldemort
is
like
so
turns it
cool.
into bubbles
Yeah.
or something, instead of just Harry's gonna point the green laser,
yeah,
or the
it's,
red
it's,
laser.
it's almost like two blasters shooting at each other. You
yeah,
know?
I'm just like I'm basically falling asleep at that
I think
point.
they just needed a way to show that
I
there
think they
were
wanted it to be
that
done.
their wands were not hurting each other. They were just kind of together.
I think
that's
they,
the
I think they just
co-
wanted
yeah.
it to be done. Like it was time. They didn't have time for big fight scenes because they had stuff to do.
It was interesting they chose the colors they chose because Harry Potter's a Gryffindor, so he's red the color, and then he's Snape, Slytherin.
He's Snape.
Voldemort
Yeah,
is
Voldemort's
Slytherin, so he's green. So I thought that was interesting how they chose that color.
20 years down the line, they're gonna go back and redo the movies because
Well,
They're
They
redoing-
are.
Yeah, they're making
redoing
a
them
show.
now.
A show.
Don't like that they are doing a show. I think
Really?
that there are. Why do we need to redo this thing that we've already done good?
Yeah, that's a cultural phenomenon
Yeah,
that
why do
has
we need
brought
to-
in billions
know,
of
yes.
listen,
Why do we
listen.
need to redo that when we could make something
I can
about the
tell you.
Marauders or the Black Sisters?
hello,
or
I like
something?
money.
It's exactly that. So all the people who have
say other movies didn't
grown
make
up
money.
with Harry Potter and it being a phenomenon from the early 2000s, all of them are old and they're having kids now. So they want to get something new for their kids to get into and be a current thing.
no,
be a current.
I'm just gonna show my kids
modern
the
day
movie.
thing.
You're skipping a step.
But they wanted to be
They
a
don't
current
want to
modern
show
day
their
thing.
kids the new things. The people who own Harry Potter, have all the rights and make money off of it. They want to make the money again.
Thank you for watching this episode of Mumble Jungle. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. We post new board game episodes every Wednesday and podcast episodes every Friday. We'll see you next time.